like, subscribe, and leave a comment. AEW Revolution happened. What a great pay-per-view it was. Obviously, it happened on the 5th of March in San Francisco, California. So, the results are, there was a trios match with Mark Briscoe, the Lucha Brothers, going against Ari Daivari and the Varsity Athletes in a 6-man tag, which Mark Briscoe, and the Lucha Brothers won. Really good match. Then we go into Ricky Starks versus Chris Jericho. Really good match. Really good singles match. Very good. Very intense. Exactly what I thought would happen. But in the end, Ricky Starks beats Chris Jericho. So Ricky Starks is basically coming up as a big star in AEW. Then we had Jack Perry, or Jungle Boy, versus Christian Cage in a final burial match. Like a buried alive type match, casket match, similar type thing. Very good match, very intense, very heated. A lot of chairs used, concertos, spades, tables, the whole lot. Really good match, but in the end, Jack Perry won. I was surprised that Luchasaurus didn't turn up. Don't know if he's injured or not, but yeah, Jack Perry won, so congratulations to Jack Perry. Then we had a trios match for the trios championship. It was the Elite versus the House of Black. Really good match. Obviously loads of high spots. A great match as well. But in the end, we have new AEW trios champions that are the House of Black. So congratulations to the House of Black. Then we had Jamie Hayter, accompanied with Dr. Britt Baker, versus Saraya and Ruby Soho in a 3-way match for the AEW Women's Championship. Really good match here. Very solid. Obviously, all these women can go. Really good match. But in the end, and still, Jamie Hayter is still your champion. But in the end, it turned into a big brawl, and then Ruby Soho showed what side she's on. I believe Ruby Soho is now a heel, because she basically turned on Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter. I believe they're sort of seen as the faces here. So Ruby Soho is a heel. Then we had Hangman Adam Page versus Jon Moxley in a Texas D match. As I said to you before, there's going to be blood, there's going to be tats, going to be chairs, going to be barbed wire, forks, chairs, knives, tables, the whole shebang. That's exactly what you got. It was 24 minutes of violence. But in the end, the winner was, surprisingly, Hangman Adam Page. By submission, due to Jon Moxley getting tangled up in the ropes with a chain around his neck. So yeah. Then we had Wardlow versus Samoa Joe for the TNT World Championship. Really good match. Obviously two monsters going at it, but in the end, by technical submission, Wardlow won. So Wardlow is now your new AEW TNT champion, and obviously he's now going to be facing off with Powerhouse Hobbs, who won the opportunity to wrestle for the TNT Championship. Then we had the 4-way tag team match for the AEW Tag Team Championships, which was the Guns against the Acclaimed, against Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett, also against Orange Cassidy and Danhausen in a really good match. Obviously, all 4 teams are awesome. All 4 teams have some of the best skill sets within AEW. But in the end, the Gun Club defended their titles, as I knew they would. And at the end of it, there was a little surprise. The FTR returned. So, you know they're gunning after those AEW Tag Team Championships. Then in the main event of the evening, it was MJF versus Bryan Danielson in the 1-hour Iron Man match, which actually went about 1 hour and 5 minutes. Really solid match. MJF pulled out some real skillful moves, technical skills with his submission game. Obviously, Bryan Danielson, we don't say less. There's nothing else we need to say. He's probably regarded the best wrestler in the world. In the end, it came down to a sudden death, because when time ran out, they was both on a 3 each. So then it goes to a pinfall, And obviously, when that happens, I knew that MJF was going to do something dirty. And what he did, he hit Bryan Danielson with an I can get a word out in a minute, an oxygen tank. Because after the hour was up, they started giving MJF oxygen, and he must have left the tank there. So he used the tank to his advantage, and that helped him get the victory over Bryan Danielson. So, and still your AEW World Champion MJF, as I predicted previously. So, like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and that's your review of AEW Revolution.